We're going to talk about extracurricular activities in high school and how colleges look at your extracurricular activities. So this is a talk about, while you choose your activities, you're kind of preparing for getting into college. Let's start with Caleb.
So in terms of extracurriculars, I feel like at least my understanding in high school was that colleges are always looking for someone who is well-rounded. So someone who has good grades and has a good GPA, but can also play an instrument or play a sport, is involved in this and this activity. I think it's very good to have that sort of mindset, but I feel like it's almost more beneficial to be seriously committed to one kind of thing as opposed to having multiple on your college app or resume. And the reason why I say that is I think it speaks a lot more in terms of commitment that you have for in focusing on one task. Personally, I feel like it's easier to pour 100% and put your efforts into one thing as opposed to doing things in Key Club and FBLA and marching band and playing a sport and such. So one thing that I would encourage you to do is really find something that you're interested in and you're able to excel in. I think when you pick extracurriculars, it definitely should be something that you enjoy doing because it makes it easier to figure things out when you're stressed out with school, if in fact you enjoy it. I think oftentimes people get burnt out because maybe they're in Key Club, but they really don't have a passion for going out to events every week or doing that sort of stuff. Another part of extracurriculars that I feel is often under stress is what you can get from participating in the group. Oftentimes joining a group, I think the most benefit you can get from it is really the social aspect, and that shows itself in the way you interact with officers, the way you interact with other people that are in the group, as well as the teachers who are overseeing it. I think as Asians, we often kind of shy away from those things. It's really easy for us to have a list of things we need to get done and kind of check them off like a checklist. But what I want to stress is the benefits of being able to communicate well. And even though it's not something that you can explicitly put on your college application, I think it's really important in shaping how you experience things in the future and ultimately setting you up for better things in life.
Okay, let's have Joanna also share about extracurricular activities in high school and her experience in extracurriculars.
Okay, so adding on what Caleb said about having only a few extracurriculars, that's very, very helpful because you can get really good at those extracurriculars and then you get officer positions and that shows leadership and all that. So if you have dedication to 2 or 3 extracurriculars and show that maybe you can have like one in service, one in an intended major like a maths or science club, then you can show that you have both skills. And if you do well at both and really focus on both, then you can show that you excel as a well-rounded person. So even with 3 different really strong extracurriculars, you can be a really well-rounded person. So this is especially really important for colleges because when you're applying to colleges, you kind of want to structure yourself as someone. You want to show the college that you are a specific type of person. You kind of have to package yourself. So like, for example, when I applied, I showed that I was very science focused. So I had math club and research internship and teaching younger kids about science and math. while on the other hand, I wanted to show that I also liked helping teach kids, and education was a passion of mine. So I helped out at church to teach kids, and with Red Cross Club, I was able to teach people about health and different organizations. So just have your extracurriculars not be all over the place. You can have a few, but show that they are heading in a certain direction, so that when colleges look at you, they can see that, oh, this is a science person who will be able to contribute scientific ideas to my college, instead of someone who might be mediocre at a lot of different things that don't really matter.
Okay, so just to sum up about extracurricular activities, first is you should try to be involved in at least 1, 2, or 3 extracurriculars, because you want colleges to see that you're not just focused on academics. And then secondly is just this trend that Asians have. Asians tend to over-focus on academics, and then they don't spend enough time investing in developing communication skills and leadership skills. These skills are very important for the future when you have a job or you're trying to build your career, because a lot of times what happens with Asian people is Asians tend to be passive, and then they have a really difficult time breaking through and climbing up the ladder. So we call that the bamboo ceiling. It means that even though those positions are available and Asians are very bright and intelligent, companies don't like to select them for higher up and executive positions because they're a little bit weaker in like socializing and communicating well with people and showing the initiative and the leadership that is required for higher up positions. So just like what Caleb and Joanna said, find extracurriculars that interest you, and then have them be a time where it can help build up your leadership skills and your communication skills. I find that this will really help you succeed in life, more so than the name of the college you ended up attending.